I'm Dr. Jennifer Tran, and I am happy to talk about social media skincare myths today. I'm now on social media on Instagram. My handle is Dr. Jen Tran if you want to follow me. I'm also one of the dermatologists here at Refine at Medcan, and be sure to check out our other Instagram accounts. Medcan's account is at Medcan Live Well, and Refine's account is at Refine by Medcan on Instagram. And now that I'm in the world of TikTok and Instagram, you wouldn't believe the kinds of things that I've been seeing on social media. As a dermatologist, I get a lot of people coming in and they have questions about things that they've seen on social media. They'll ask if I believe in this trend or that trend. They'll ask if this product from Korea should be used. They'll ask if they should be putting flax seeds on their skin instead of getting Botox. So it happens all the time where I kind of have to be aware of what's out there on social media and be able to answer their questions and address their concerns. Okay, so in this episode, we're going to be talking about 7 of the common topics that are trending on social media right now. You've probably heard about glass skin, which originates from K-beauty trends in Korea. You may have heard about using flax seeds on your skin instead of getting Botox. You might have heard about sunscreen causing cancer or benzoyl peroxide causing cancer. We're going to talk about pimple patches. Maybe you have a teenager in your house who's been using all your money to buy these from the stores. We're going to talk about red light LED masks that make you look a bit like a stormtrooper.
Do pimple patches actually work?
I love pimple patches, but I do think that a lot of people use them the wrong way.
Let's start with pimple patches. So these are really commonplace right now. You can head into any drugstore and you're going to see pimple patches in the aisle. I actually believe in the skincare trend. Not only does it help prevent you from picking at your pimples, it's a hydrocolloid patch where if you put it on your skin, it can help heal your pimple much faster than would typically happen. There are a few hacks that you might have heard about that I also actually believe in. You can apply these to your insect bites and that can help them go down faster. I will say it's not going to treat the underlying cause of the acne. So really the way that these work is you have to get a pimple first and then you put it on your skin. So you have to wait for the acne to come in the first place. If you really want to treat the root cause of your acne and prevent it from coming in the first place, see your dermatologist and talk about different options there are available, like for example, creams and medications. And after all of that, yes, pimple patches can be a good option to add to your treatment plan.
So what's so special about a pimple patch and why do they work so well?
I think it's a really good shift because it removes some of the stigma. You don't have to have perfect skin. It's normal to go through life and get some acne. And I like that some of these pimple patches are cute little shapes like stars and hearts. I agree, people are kind of owning the skin that they're in. That being said, though, I think that a lot of people don't realize that dermatologists are here to help. And although it normalizes the condition, we are happy to still offer treatments for what might seem like a trivial or benign skin condition.
I'm seeing so many comments online about how sunscreen causes cancer.
How I'm like 100% positive that a sunscreen I was using gave me blood cancer.
So this is like a huge trending thing. It became popular on TikTok, which is the concept that sunscreens cause cancer. Of course, I came to social media around May, which is actually Melanoma Awareness Month, and I was shocked to see this culture shift where people are afraid of wearing sunscreen because they think it'll actually give them cancer instead of protecting against it. There is so much evidence that wearing sunscreen will protect you from life-threatening skin cancers, as well as things like anti-aging and pigmentation. So don't believe this myth. Please wear your sunscreen. I will address, though, there are certain ingredients in sunscreen that indeed might be hormone disruptors. So the one ingredient that I would say maybe avoid until there's more research done is oxybenzone. I don't think that you need to buy a sunscreen that contains oxybenzone. There's a lot of other options out there. And if you're really hesitant about chemical sunscreens, you can just buy a mineral sunscreen. And this is totally natural. Things like zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, essentially natural physical mineral barriers that will protect you from the sun's harmful rays. That's a great option.
Because I'm actually really concerned for the people out there who actually believe this stuff. Many of my skin cancer patients have admitted to me that they were dumb or that they didn't know any better and they just love to lay out in the sun without sunscreen when they were younger.
Benzene is a class 1 carcinogen, but the exposure risk even from these benzoyl peroxide products is minimal.
The amounts you'd be exposed to would be less than you would normally get from air because benzene is in petrol.
the new research is coming out that suggests that benzoyl peroxide causes cancer. It seems that products that were kept at high temperatures, for example, if you kept, like your acne cleanser in the car on a hot day, this can release fumes that potentially could be linked to cancer. So I think if you're concerned about benzoyl peroxide, you could just use products that are short contact, like a short contact cleanser, and keep it in a stable place, like in your house or at a normal room temperature for storage. But I don't think that you need to worry if you've been using benzoyl peroxide containing products for your acne. I think the jury is still out on that one. With the research that exists right now, we don't have any hard evidence that in the low concentrations that are used in skincare products that it would cause cancer. So I think that patients need to be informed. I would tell a patient about this research and I would say, if they're not comfortable with this, they could choose other products that don't contain benzoyl peroxide or opt for ones that are short contact or low concentration.
My grandma has glass skin, so I asked her to show me what she uses in the morning.
So the next topic that is really, really trendy on TikTok and Instagram is the concept of glass skin. Everyone wants everything that comes out of K-beauty.
Korean actors are known worldwide for their glass skin, but it's not a birthright.
This is how you can achieve that Korean glass skin.
I keep seeing all of these younger patients come in asking me, how do they achieve glass skin? And it's kind of interesting because it's the opposite of what the old beauty standard used to be. There's all these products out there that are meant to mattify your skin, not make you shiny. And now everyone wants to be, reflecting light and shiny and dewy and luminous. So I think that glass skin comes from a variety of components. So for example, you want to improve fine lines and texture. And to do so, it really depends on a good skincare regimen, which primarily revolves around sunscreen every day. You might want to use some anti-aging and smoothing products like a retinol or vitamin C to brighten the skin. And then you might want to consider in-office procedures like non-invasive resurfacing procedures, chemical peels, and of course, neuromodulators like Botox, which can help smooth the skin and smooth out wrinkles. This can all contribute to glass skin. Okay, so here's my verdict about glass skin. I think a lot of people come into my office wanting it, and I can understand why. People want to have dewy, luminescent, glowy skin. And the fact of the matter is, it takes a few different ingredients to achieve glass skin, and these are best discussed with your dermatologist.
All she wants for the holidays is, well, not toys, but skincare products.
One social media trend that I think is actually very, very dangerous is this trend of younger and younger people spending a lot of money on skincare, as well as companies kind of targeting the younger population, tweens, even younger, even children, for skincare regimens. I do not believe in this trend whatsoever.
Okay, y'all know I love skincare, but this I do not love. Dior is releasing a skincare line for babies.
I think that, I don't want to sound too preachy, but I think that social media is a really potentially toxic place. And we see all these beauty standards that are unattainable, that should not be strived for, and it can have a big impact on our kids. I'm a dermatologist and I'm a mom. And oh my God, this is I didn't intend to tear up during this, but and I have 2 daughters. And I would hate for them to feel the external pressure from social media that they have to be perfect, that they have to spend all their money on these expensive skincare products. And you're talking to me as a dermatologist. I obviously, believe in skincare in general. But when it comes to our kids and the younger people in our lives, I don't think that they need any fancy skincare whatsoever.
Okay, so I heard a lot of kids are asking for expensive skincare for Christmas. I think this is a valuable lesson that it does not have to be expensive to be effective.
What we should use on our children and what tweens should be using are things like safe ingredients, safe sunscreens, safe moisturizers. They don't need anything fancy.
Medical esthetician, and let's talk about if LED masks are actually worth the hype.
Red light mask. Are they worth the hype?
Red light LED masks. This might have popped up as an ad on your social media. You're scrolling by and you're wondering why someone looks like a stormtrooper and why they're wearing this crazy looking mask on their face. So this really came out recently, and I think that these actually can help your skin, but they are really, really expensive. So these masks are a few $100s on average, maybe $300 to $500. And the way they market it is an at-home skincare treatment. The claim is that red light, which is in the visible light spectrum, can penetrate through your skin and address things like inflammation, bacteria, redness, build collagen, build elastin. And I think it depends on the brand of mask that you buy. And, it's hard to know for sure if you're buying a product that's proven. I think that some of these masks probably can help those concerns. At the end of the day, I would talk to your dermatologist. They can offer procedures in office that are probably more potent, probably more effective. But if budget is a concern and you find one that's affordable and has good reviews, you could consider it. I do think there is some evidence that these do help.
Everybody on TikTok is talking about this snail mucin product. But is it real or is it sus?
The next thing that's trending a lot on social media is this product called snail mucin. You might have seen this image of someone lying in a relaxing bed with their face covered in snails. In reality, that is not how most people get their snail mucin.
I'm a board-certified dermatologist, and let's talk about the benefits of snail mucin.
Snail mucin refers to the gelatinous, liquidy material that a snail secretes. And it turns out that this is great for your skin and provides a lot of hydration and feels really nice when you apply it to your skin. I actually heard about this product years and years ago. It was very popular in kind of like Asian skincare, K-beauty. And essentially what it is exactly what it sounds like. They take mucin from snails, they kind of purify it and put it into a skincare product that you apply to your skin. And the idea is that it's very hydrating, decreases inflammation. I've used the product. I like it. I don't think it is life-changing, but if you want to get something that's going to provide hydration for your skin and feel quite nice on your skin, I'm all for the snail mucin.
And it's honestly like animal cruelty as well.
So when I was reading about snail mucin, I actually did think of the snails. My little daughter, she likes to look for bugs in the backyard, and she found a snail the other day and she was amazed by the snail. So from a veganism perspective, it is vegan because it does not contain part of the animal, but it is not necessarily cruelty-free because apparently what they do is they harvest the snails, they kind of prod them or bother them so that they get stressed out to secrete the mucin, and then they collect it. So, if you are more interested in cruelty-free skincare, snail mucin may not be the best option for you.
You can't afford Botox. Should you substitute flax seeds? Have you seen this trend?
So the next skincare trend to talk about is the concept of flaxseed as an alternative to Botox. So this went viral on social media. If you look it up on TikTok, the original video has, I think, over 7 million views. And it's interesting because I first heard about flaxseed with water as a vegan option of an egg. So if you're baking, you can make a flaxseed egg. And if you combine flax seeds with water, it creates this gelatinous kind of mask thing that you can put on your skin, it turns out.
This flaxseed mask is literally nature's Botox. I'm going to teach you how to make it. It's so easy.
Yes, it can hydrate your skin, and as it dries, it will tighten your skin, but this is very much a temporary solution. So it is not at all the same as Botox. It works by a completely different mechanism. It does not have long-lasting effects the way that Botox lasts about 3 months. So no, I do not think that flax seeds can replace your Botox, but if you want to look for a natural, homemade DIY remedy that's temporary, maybe you could try it out as a short-term mask at home.
I saw a TikTok of somebody boiling flax seeds in water and it created this goo that tightened their face.
I mean, the reality is social media is a part of our lives now, and you will come across some skincare trends. And if you do come across some skincare trends on social media, I think it's important to think about where it's coming from. So, not all influencers are being totally transparent. Some of these trends could be very much sponsored. So you want to think about, is this being sponsored? Is this a biased post that I'm seeing? You want to think about the science behind it. So while it might have gone viral because it's interesting, like snail mucin, is it actually evidence-based? Do dermatologists actually recommend this or not? And I think if you're in in doubt, there's no harm in talking to your doctor about it before you incorporate it into your skincare routine, just to make sure that it's not doing more harm than good. And that's it for this episode. Thanks for listening. This is Dr. Jennifer Tran, one of the dermatologists at Refined by Medcan, discussing skincare trends that have gone viral on social media. Feel free to give me a follow at Dr. Jen Tran on Instagram. That's DrJennTran. And also check us out at Medcan Live Well and Refined by Medcan on social media.
This podcast episode is intended to provide general information about health and wellness only and is not designed or intended to constitute or be used as a substitute for medical advice, treatment, or diagnosis. You should always talk to your Medcan healthcare provider for individual medical advice, diagnosis, and treatment, including your specific health and wellness needs. This podcast is based on the information available at the time of preparation and is only accurate and current as of that date. Source information and recommendations are subject to change based on scientific evidence as it evolves over time. Medcan is not responsible for future changes or updates to the information and recommendations and assumes no obligation to update based on future developments. Reference to or mention of specific treatments or therapies does not constitute or imply a recommendation for endorsement. The links provided within the associated document are to assist the reader with any specific information highlighted. Any third-party links are not endorsed by Medcan.